Welcome back everybody, Natsu here once again. This time around we're gonna talk about DNF Duel. So what I thought about the second beta, and let me tell you guys, compared to my first time I played this beta, and I'm gonna make this video, positive, and then the bad, and then the good, right? So let's start with the positive stuff, right? The character design, I love this game. The graphics, I said that in the last video that I did for this, reviewing the beta, right? The music also like. Now, having said all that, right? Now that time around, I say that this game is a Kusage game, which is a shit game, right? This time around, I don't think so. Like, even though I reviewed the balance patch and they didn't do any nerf. It was all buff, even though there was small buffs like it can walk faster, which I'm gonna go about that at the end of the video, or in the middle actually. So small stuff like that that aren't like game changing. I think the only one that has like a really big buff was Berserker, because his super is a OTG, so therefore he has more damage, right? So so yeah, the game, everything was awesome, the experience. This time around, I think I was able to feel out the game way better. Last time they were, it was at the same. They throw the beta at the same time the King of Fire 15 beta, the second beta they have, King of Fire 15, and I was jumping between both games, and yeah, I was like, nah, I'm not feeling DNF Duel. I'm feeling more King of Fire 15, because they had training, they had all the stuff in that game that DNF Duel didn't have, unfortunately, and still doesn't have, at least in this beta version. They don't have training mode, right? Now let's go with the bad. People were screaming and crying, hey bro, where's the training mode? Why can you not add it? I'm not sure why they don't want to do that, especially if that helps them to patch out things that will be not beneficial for the game, like for example infinites, guard break setups, which you do have. And actually, let me. Okay, so you're gonna see now in screen, right? This is from Twitter, so big up to Uri. He's showing over here in consider this string, like he will do a guard cancel, and you can see that if he does this right from that range, the user cannot do a guard cancel, which, by the way, a guard cancel costs 100 meter. So that's super expensive, and if you don't break it before he finished the first string, you're gonna get this. You're gonna get killed. That's a comeback. That's almost like an infinite, but worse, because you did not get hit. You got block. You use block, and that's dumb, right? I hope they can patch stuff like that. Now, another thing I want to talk about is, like I said, the guard cancel mechanic. I don't think it's well implemented. It costs too much, but at the same time, I understand that why they make it so high. The price to do it is because they don't want the game to be a slow-paced game. They want it to be a fast-paced game, right? I understand that, and I see what they mean by that. So I think the best way would be to either not nerf the characters, but maybe nerf was another issue, that is how the game handles the value of special moves. So an EX move costs so much, but it seems that even though after it reaches 0, they can generate it back if they're not doing anything really fast. And it seems, for example, like people can smash TP after they got 0, and if they get like a 10 points or MP, they can do it, which is weird. That's what I felt. I haven't experimented well with that, but I think that they should provide, like, for example, if the move was on hit, the MP will be the normal cost, but if it's on block, maybe make it so that on block the move costs bigger, or maybe do more pushback. I don't think pushback will be the case for these moves over here, but anyways, so yeah. Another thing is that the specials, like, I don't think this is bad. I mean, I think I'm 50-50. Like let me explain. So the special moves, I mean special no, the normals. The normals, to be honest, they are all purpose. They can be also anti-air. Like a standing jab can be anti-air because the way it works. Also, if you try to hit them like trying to play footsies, not with punishment, which is different. Like trying to play footsie, like for example, if you're throwing a standing jab, right? And you will think, oh, I'm gonna throw my low attack and then they will get hit. But sometimes the standing A across the cast has so big of a hitbox that it will hit normals that are crouching or people that are crouching. So therefore, you will get busted with there. But having said that, if the person tries to do that, like mashing it or throwing nilly, you can do wave punish really easy. And that's a thing that I think also is kind of a positive, because it also helps new players or new fighting game players enter this kind of games where they will be able to, play with the most essential things and not focus on the hard things like maybe emotions, supers. Technically they're removing from the equation the hurdle of learning the special motions, and because some people say, oh, that's so hard, blah blah blah, right? This time around they're like, okay, here's how the moves go. You will use a button to make it. Here are shortcuts. You can also do it manually, but if you see there's a lot of special moves that you need to do it the shortcut version because there is no equivalent to it. If it's a special move, I mean, yeah, it's like a motion move. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, so yeah, like also another people were talking about, oh, the DPs are too scrubby. I cannot punish them. They should be cost more. To be honest, I didn't have that issue. The only character that I saw was kind of an issue, like punishing his DP, is Ghostplay, and it's because it's a teleport, right? So yeah, like it makes sense, but at the same time you can stuff it. But that's one of the things. Now another negative thing is that I want to talk is that I don't know if this is because of the beta, but man, like getting matches in this game was hard because the lobby system. Now the lobby system, I have no issues with it. Like it looks cool, the arcade stuff like that. It's like it's like Persona, like Grand Blue, etc. Right? Now, what I don't like is that, and I hope this changes, right? Is that like trying to look for a specific room was awful. You couldn't do it. Like you need to refresh all the time. Also, I was getting booted all the time from rooms. Not sure if it's because of the servers or maybe the host of the room. But having said that, right, I'm gonna jump now to the netcode. Now the netcode is interesting. Last time I didn't like the netcode, to be honest. I thought it was a lot of improvement. It seems they made a lot of improvement because I was able to play with people from Korea and China. And I live in Puerto Rico, which is in the Caribbean. It's in Mar Caribe. It's like Atlantic Ocean. Like it's in the Caribbean, bro. Like what the heck? I never thought in my life I would be able to play with somebody from Korea or China. Not sure if I play with somebody from Japan, but the delay was like maybe 2 frames. Heck, worst case scenario 4 or 5 frames. That's the delay I get normally in Dragon Ball FighterZ, So for me that's playable. Some other people might be like, no bro, that's horrendous. That shouldn't be the way. 0 frames, 1 frame, all the way. But whatever, bro. Like if you think about the distance, it's like whoa, right? So that was super interesting seeing that. Experiencing it. So I don't know, maybe this netcode is better than Guilty Gear Strive, and that is an achievement. Another thing, something I'm afraid is that this game might get stagnant really fast because people will find the best options, but maybe it's not the case because for what I'm seeing, even though the competition in this beta was kind of weird because I saw players that they don't know what the heck they were doing, like fighting game wise, like they didn't have any fundamentals or anything like that. And then I saw people that had fundamentals but they didn't understand how the game flows, right? And that's a different thing altogether. But I did notice that people that knew what they were doing, they could use, like, if you see a player using a character, right? For example, let's say Inquisitor. There were people that were using more the roulette, right? And other people were using more the bottle that will also provide them Oki and pressure and resets option, and also put a debuff. And they were playing. You saw that people were playing with those setups. Also, some people were playing Ghostblade more like a sonar, and other people were using Ghostblade more like a rushdown character, and other people were using him as a balance type. So you can see that it's really interesting what this can be do, what you can do in this game. Now, even though every character technically works the same regarding on how you will go the string, so it will be, you use your string, then your special move, and then your EX option. I mean, an EX move, right? But since the properties are so different between the normals, the special move, and the EX, even though technically it looks the same for everybody, kind of similar like what happens in Dragon Ball Fighters, you feel like the characters are all different, and that's awesome, right? Now, having said all that, will I buy the game? The answer to this is yes, I do. I love the game. Like, I have like 40 gigas of content for this game right now. I know some people are not, like, some people are I don't know about it because it feels horrible. I mean, they didn't like the experience. It seemed like the honeymoon phase was over for them. Yeah, and also, like, if you see, like, at the end of the beta, I was seeing people doing a lot of stuff with characters. I was like, wow, you can do that? Like, for example, Vanguard for me, I've been saying this from the beta 1, like, even though I saw combos from the beta 1, I was like, whoa, really? You can do that? And I thought Vanguard is like a low tier, but after playing with him and understanding him better, I don't think it's low tier. But when I saw footage and fought against other Vanguards, that they show me, like, bro, you can do a lot of combo extensions and a lot of damage, and super pickups and OTGs that I'm like, what? You can do that? And and that's another thing, like the OTGs in this game, like, people haven't explored that altogether, because you can do relaunch. Inquisitor is one of them, like, from what I saw, right? And also Ghostblade, etc. But anyways, guys, tell me what you think about this game in the comments below. Are you gonna buy it? What was your experience? Did you like it? Do you love it? What characters you use also? So anyways, as always, like and subscribe. More content like this coming up, and yeah, take care.